Hi, this is Thomas Believe in the Run.
This is Robbe with Believe in the Run.
And this is Zach from Hoka. All right, buddy. So we're going to walk through some of the shoes. You want to start with trail or you want to start with road?
Let's start with road.
All right.
Just kind of jump in. And we got some fun things to talk about.
We're looking at 2022, right?
2022.
All right.
Yep.
There's some new stuff. There's a entirely new shoe.
Yep. First one that you're holding right there is called the Kawana. I'll take that.
Yeah.
And the Kawana here, just to make it hard for you to focus on the camera, keep bouncing it around. The Kawana is going to be one of those incredibly smooth shoes that's going to be great, not only for running day to day, but also for some of those gym activities and kind of bringing Hoka to a wider audience. And Hoka has always been about that run first brand and bringing that performance cushioning to anybody that wants to try that super soft comfort. And the Kawana really helps to push some of the geometries that we've had with a more refined upper as well, and kind of dialing in some of those structural elements and breathability and comfort underfoot.
Awesome. You can't look at this, Robbie, without noticing something.
Yeah. So
what is it?
I know y'all have been doing like the extended heel stuff, the dovetail things.
Yeah.
Now this is a new thing. We got an extended outer like lateral point on the heel here, which comes out further than the medial side. What's up with that?
Yeah, what's up with that one?
What's up
with this one is that we wanted to make sure that we shaved even a little bit more weight off, kind of playing with some of those geometries that could help to make sure we had that soft landing, and you still have that nice deflection on that heel with that kind of nice core deep groove out there. But really carving away where we thought we could save a little bit of weight, save some of that heft in the back of the shoe just to make sure it was even more balanced front to back.
When we saw this, one of the first things we thought was lift and edge. Did you not?
I did, and actually when I ran in this yesterday, and it reminded me of a better Clifton Edge, to be honest.
Is this a replacement for Clifton Edge? Are we going to see the Edge again?
I think that there will always be that fun spot in the lineup that's a little different.
Yeah.
So I would say that something like the Kawana and actually something like the Mach Supersonic, which we'll talk about in a second, represent that sort of wild card in the lineup.
All right.
So like Clifton Edge was, let's try something funky, different, let's extend that heel, let's really work on how we can try something new geometry-wise. Some of those learnings came directly into the Kawana.
Now, does this fill the space of something like the Hupana Flow, or is that?
A little bit. I would say even more run first. So taking some of the learnings from, I would say it's kind of that mashup of Clifton Edge and Hupana.
I thought that shoe was actually
good. Robbie, that was one of Robbie's favorites.
That was like my walk-around shoe all day.
So when we get into this one, I look at the upper, and you can't help but notice it's got some really big porous holes in the mesh.
Yeah.
So this is a breathable shoe. Yep. And you're kind of calling it like a gym to run trainer, but run first. Is this what you would say like that main market daily trainer kind of shoe?
I would say it's kind of right in that lane. Yeah. So you notice like that open ventilation is definitely there. It's not all the way through to the sock like you might get from a sprint spike, or like a distance spike or anything else like that. Underneath you still have some more of that support because that layer helps to lock the foot and give it a nice like sock-like fit underneath. And then you still have some of those bigger ventilation areas too. So it blends that.
So one of the things I noticed when I was wearing this is that the upper was very comfortable and fit really well, which honestly is like a thing that Hoka sometimes struggled with in the past.
We'll find our way.
Yeah, and it's life finds a way. And so it was nice like getting this really comfortable, like nice fitting upper. Same thing I think we're gonna find in the next shoe. But I just wanted to say, I think it's really well done, especially in this model.
Awesome. And I'm guessing it still has like a 4mm drop?
Yeah, the Kawana is still in there right at that 5mm drop.
5mm?
4 or 5mm.
Rockered sole.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And I was always kind of playing with that rocker, just making it more specific for that.
By the way, I should say I really did like running it yesterday, so I'm excited to put in some more miles.
Awesome.
Not an official review, but
not official. All right,
it's on camera.
You mentioned it. Let's get into a shoe I think some people are going to be kind of excited about.
Oh yeah, we're excited.
The Mach Supersonic?
Yep.
I got it right on the first try.
Jeez. Shocked.
All right, I gotta go.
He's done. Retired.
This moment in history. All right.
Mach Supersonic was one of those where, kind of like we're always saving a wild card for the season. We had some new foam compounds that we wanted to mess up. We wanted to end up jamming into these shoes. We had some new rides that we really wanted to elevate. So the Mach Supersonic was about taking some of those innovation concepts with some of our most fun and lively platforms that we already had. So you'll notice it still has that like rubber injected foam outsole, and then we actually are using a supercritical foam compound here in the upper layer.
So does that give it a nice soft bounce?
It combines both. Weight is phenomenal. It's even lighter than some of the other foams we've been using.
Oh wow!
And that extra bounce is definitely there.
What about durability?
Durability, that generally is traditionally better than some of those other
wow.
EVAs. Yeah.
So this was a shoe, the Mach 4 came out this past year, and
Yeah.
we really liked it. It was one of the best shoes that we got for 2021. And I know that this shoe is going to automatically have a fan base just coming out the door.
Yeah.
But is this going to be something that's going to be sticking around, or are we going to see Mach 5 coming shortly after?
Did they set you up for the softball? Because this is just
Sounds
perfectly
like a
timed.
softball. Let's do it.
How we do it?
This will heavily influence the Mach 5 that comes out the next season. So we're bringing all the newest foams we can here from Mach Supersonic, and then this will exit the line and will pretty much become the next Mach 5.
So it's almost like Mach 4.5, and then there'll be a 5?
Yeah, exactly.
By the way,
Let's get into the next one faster.
heel pull
Best
tab
pull
game,
tab
super
ever.
strong right here.
Oh yeah,
Love it.
We were
you
saying
can definitely grab it.
You could lift
Yeah.
a truck out of mud with that.
Yep. Throw it out.
Want to make sure everybody can get a good hold.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And the next shoe is another one that I absolutely love, the Carbon X. This is going to be Carbon X3.
Yeah.
It looks pretty similar except for a brand new knit upper, but you're going to tell me something that I'm going to get excited about. What are you
yeah.
going to tell me?
I'm gonna lead into it a little bit more. I'm gonna
Oh.
build up there.
All right.
Sprinkle out the
So
breadcrumbs.
it
All right.
does have that phenomenal new upper. The midsole is where a lot of the new magic happens, like you mentioned. And just like with the Mach Supersonic, with the new foam, when we have those combinations of foam, we'll call that a. Sorry, it's been a long show already. With the new combinations of foam there, we will have the Pro Fly Plus experience. And that's when we just kind of tune up the resiliency and responsiveness, and we'll use some of those new foams to give it that liveliness. When we add those kind of foams plus a plate, we'll have our Pro Fly X experience.
Okay.
And
So if it
that's
has an
what
X,
this is.
it has a plate.
If it has an X, it has a plate, and it also has some of that new supercritical foam too.
And we'll see that in the trail shoes as well.
Oh yeah.
All right, awesome. Why I like this update to the Carbon X2 is they move the plate lower down into the shoe, so you got more of a soft bounce through the midsole. It looks, if I'm going to take a visual cue, that there still has the plate lower down in the shoe. Is that correct?
That is correct, yeah, and that's just all about maximizing that super resilient foam. So we want to make sure we get the most out of that. So we put as much as we can underneath the foot.
When you guys are designing this shoe, what is this shoe for? Like, is this long distance? Like, it's not speed racing with a plate. This is more like long distance comfort.
Yeah,
plated
it
shoe.
depends on the person. For some people, this could be a more stable racer.
Okay.
I think that's been one of the areas where Carbon X has been doing really well. And it can handle some of those longer events. Like previous Carbon X's, we've had athletes setting records in the 100K and just pushing the pace of the 100K, 100 mile, as far as they want to go. So I would say endurance racer and kind of stable racer.
Okay, awesome. Well, that does it for the road. Anything else you want to tell us about the road lineup before we head off to trails?
Ooh, I don't know. I think that's probably good for now. Yeah.
Time out. Let me quick release dates and price points for all of these.
Well, first and foremost, the Kawana. That'll be a January introduction, and that'll be at $140.
Okay.
Next up, we would have the Mach Supersonic. That'll be at $150, and that'll be in March. And that'll be complemented at $200, also in a March introduction with the Carbon X3.
Okay.
All right.
X
X
is
marks the
it.
$200 spot.
There it is.
Yeah. All right,
All right,
thanks,
awesome.
Zach.
Thanks, y'all.
All right, cool. That does it.